Kingstonian 8, Oxhey Jets 1. Kingstonian's biggest FA Cup victory since 1947, Hayden. Good evening, what?
I think so. I think the players did really well today. Obviously, it's nice to hear that statistic, but the quality of the football was the most important thing today. Something that we've discussed, something that we discussed at length and worked on last night in training, that even though the team have done it amazingly well, I've not been happy from day one in the work with the ball. And today you saw the work with the ball considerably improved.
What was the main difference between this evening performance and Saturday's performance?
Well, I don't want to be rude to Oxhey Jets, but it was really difficult to play on that pitch. There's no question of that. And it's even more difficult to play on that pitch when you play in the DNA of Kingstonian. So we struggled with the pitch, and you know I understand that people are asking, how come we're not winning the game. I still say now that a fair result on Saturday was 4-1. Their penalty is never a penalty. Our penalty is a penalty. And the goal is over the line, that's 4-1. But nonetheless, we come back here today. We were looking for a midweek game anyway, so it sort of helped us. And the major difference is that we pressed the ball with far more aggression, and we worked the ball in all areas of the pitch very, very quickly.
It's a funny one, because I think when people look at the score, the way the scoring went, it was 1-0 at half time and then finished 8-1, but it didn't feel like actually we were much better in the second half than we had been in the first half. It was just second half we took our chances, and first half couldn't hit the proverbial cow's backside with the proverbial banjo.
I would agree. I do think though that we should give the goalkeeper amazing credit, because it could have been certainly 3s and 4s, maybe more in the first half, because we were carving them open, and their goalkeeper, you could argue, was one of the best players on the pitch in the first half. I think you could equally argue that in terms of a technical level and the decision making on the ball, that the first half performance was better than the second half performance. But I think we've seen this script before. When teams play against Kingstonian, the first half people work very hard to stop us playing, and the second half the pitch is a little more open. There's a few tired legs on behalf of the opponent, so the pockets are a little bit bigger, and I thought that's what was the major difference in the second half.
I can't remember which goal it was now, but at one point in the game we had Daniel Ajakai on 2 goals. We had Gus Sau, who scored both penalties so far this season, and Jason Banton took the penalty. Has Gus been stripped of penalty duties after his Panenka against Corinthian Casuals?
No, not at all. Every decision that I make is for the best interest of the team. Every decision I make is to improve the players. Gus, in today's game, don't get me wrong, if it's a league game, it's a little different, but I think that the game is won. I think it's important that Jason gets off the mark, and it was quite simply a good opportunity to make sure he did that, and he took the penalty really well.
A couple of players not involved today, Nyron Clunis and Fabio, and it looked like Samuels came off with injury as well. What's the prognosis on those three?
Nyron should be fit for Saturday. That was, if you remember, he tweaked his groin late in the game. Oxhey, the situation with Fabio is a little more serious. I think probably we'll miss Fabio for a good couple of weeks, maybe more. It's not as serious as we first thought, but there's certainly a lot of inflammation around the knee at the moment, and the blood clot just on the thigh, a hepatoma that we've just got to ease. With regard to Kashani is just quite simply someone stamped on his toe, and he wasn't fit to continue. But I thought when we talk of performances, we can speak of Kashani. Kashani's someone that's worked with me in Merstham. He was the heart of the midfield in Merstham, a fantastic manipulator of the football, and I thought Kashani's performance helped us move up a few levels today.
If tonight was a record-breaking cup win, or certainly the biggest win for 67 years, Saturday is also a really big day for this club in as Rob Tolfrey becomes our all-time record appearance.
Yeah.
Maker. I'm presuming you pick him. It'd be be a harsh review to drop him, to be honest.
It'd be quite amusing though.
It would be fun. I mean, especially considering how much work's gone into the programme. It'd be a real kick in the balls for Tamor and the gang. How big a moment is this for the club on Saturday, and how are you looking forward to it?
Oh, it's massive. It's massive. What an achievement by Rob this is. Rob is a really understated guy. He won't want to make a fuss, but quite frankly, we should make a fuss. This guy has represented Kingstonian with integrity, with honour, for 10, 11, 12 years now, maybe more, I'm not sure.
Yeah, 12 years.
Ironically, I think on his debut I sponsored the game. And I'm sitting here privileged to be his football manager.
And the guy who was playing centre-back for Oxhey today was on the bench for Carl Sholton in that game.
Oh, is that right?
The guy who should have given away the penalty on Saturday.
I think that I think, I can't speak highly enough of Rob, and the biggest compliment I'll give to Rob is that I think that he went for many, many years being the best goalkeeper in the league, and I think he went for a couple of years where he didn't quite find his standards, and since I've been here I think he's got better and better and better. I think you see now the way that we play suits him with our distribution in the first phase of play, and not only is he a legend in Kingstonian, he's the best goalkeeper in the league. In my mind, by some distance. So it's his day. I really want to win for Rob. I think we should all make a fuss of him because not only is he a tremendous footballer, he's an absolutely tremendous guy that has represented this club with, as I say, honour, dignity, and quite frankly, a lot of class.
And there's no bigger sign of his quality that not even a league dining revolving door could get him out of the club. So yeah, if you're 50-50 about coming down on Saturday, it's going to be a great celebration of a true Kingstonian legend. Hayden, we'll see you there for that.
Yeah, thank you. Now again, a big game Saturday, and just before we sort of wrap up, we should actually congratulate the opponents today.
Yeah.
They are Step 5 club. Today's a big game for them. Obviously not the result that they wanted, but they took us to the wire on Saturday, and we met some wonderful people. So I'd like to wish them all the very best for the rest of the season.
Indeed. And we should mention Horsham in the next round. How do you feel about that?
Horsham, Eddie Desagne, Tom Kavanagh,
Tom Richards.
Tom Richards. So probably we've got to score 4 goals to win, because they're bound to score all of them, aren't they? Be really nice to see all of them. Eddie wasn't with us a long time, but I think made a big impact whilst he was here. Super lad, as well as a super player. Tom Richards is someone that I still keep in touch with. Really good guy, and again, you speak about players that have served the club with distinction. You should definitely put Tom Kavanagh in that category. And I would like to think that even though they'll come here determined to beat us, all 3 players should get a very welcome reception. They certainly will from me.
Great. We'll see you Saturday.
Thank you.